So how do you go about finding this specific information for these decision makers? Because I think a lot of people think that's impossible, but it's not, is it?
No. Well, as you know better than anybody, I'm not a great fan of the digital world when it comes to communication. As the famous BT ad in the 1980s would say, it's good to talk. And I fear we're breeding generations that are losing the ability to converse because it's all tap, 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 tap. So from a communication standpoint, for me, a big question mark lies over the digital world. However, the digital world is fantastic as a source of information. And the task in responding to what you just mentioned of securing the details with which you will be able to approach and communicate with the individuals that are these influential executives that are going to cast a huge influence over your success is now relatively easy. Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, there's an excellent website, hunter.io, that just provides you with a rich source of information. There's really no excuse in, well, let's say the 21st century, certainly in the last 5 years, there's no excuse to not be able to secure the details that you need. And the more specific, as you mentioned, the better. From emails, for example, just avoid the generic hello at sales at admin at. You just disappear into an abyss. The more specific you can be with names, job titles, telephone numbers. I spend my life on the telephone. Mobile number to me is the key. Some people just find it awkward calling mobile numbers, but avoid generic data. And whilst, as I said, I do have my question marks about the effectiveness of the digital world from a communication standpoint, as a source of information, it's fantastic. And this task is now a lot easier than it would have been 10, 15 years ago, absolutely.
It's amazing as well how many people find out somebody's name, but they don't think to find out the surname. They'll say, I need to talk to John in accounts or whatever, but they don't bother to find out John's surname. So you make that phone call and you say, can I speak to John? John who? There could be tons of Johns working.
As you'll know, one of the big corporations that we've secured a lot of success for our clients over the years is Walmart, the biggest retailer in the world. Approximately 2 million employees. Well, there's going to be a lot of Johns, and if we use a common name, John Smith, I suspect there might be a few John Smiths. So, forename, surname, designation, department, division. Chances are there'll be a few John Smiths in Walmart. So specificity lies at the core of the research that you need to conduct. And if you do that and put the work in, then the task is a lot easier.
Research, research, research.
Correct. Used to be location, 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 which I think it still is in real estate. But yeah, research, 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 and you give yourself the best chance to succeed. Absolutely.